A federal trial begins today in Green Bay concerning a young man who died at the Calumet County Jail.
Demetrius Stephenson took his own life in 2019 after spending 3 months at the jail. His estate filed a federal lawsuit in 2022. Emily Byer joins us live outside the federal courthouse this morning with a closer look at the case. Emily.
Yeah, good morning, Tammy and Emerson. The lawsuit alleges Demetrius Stephenson had serious mental health issues and that Calumet County and 3 social workers violated his constitutional rights by failing to provide treatment. According to court documents, authorities arrested Stephenson in May of 2019 for theft of movable property and operating a motor vehicle without owner's consent. He couldn't post the cash bail and reported feeling sad, depressed, and at times suicidal while behind bars. Jail staff also indicated concerns. Federal Judge William Griesbach says the reason this can now go to trial is because Stephenson was not an inmate. He was a pre-trial detainee and as such was entitled to the protection of the 14th Amendment guaranteeing the right to due process. The judge says this could lead a jury to consider in this case whether that includes a right to medical care and the protection from self-harm. The estate alleges Stephenson was only seen on a crisis basis, that he was never formally assessed, and that Calumet County had no policy in place at the jail to respond or train staff how to assess mental health and evaluate the need for medication. The attorneys for Calumet County expressed their condolences over Stephenson's death and told us the county and jail staff did their best to help him. Now, a jury will decide whether Calumet County and or those 3 employees were unreasonable in their response to his mental health needs and whether they failed to act to Stephenson's risk of suicide. Again, of course, we'll continue to bring you updates on this case as they develop in the courtroom today. We'll send it back to you.